Good morning, everybody. Welcome to another beautiful morning in front of my garage. If you are new here, my name is Doyle, and I hope to earn your subscription today. Let me show you guys what we're working on. Back in the garage is the 79 Impala that a client brought to me because the mechanic was working on it, and he disappeared. We have installed a full painless wiring harness, and I went to test it. And last time we went to test it, the starter stuck, which tells me that it is not shimmed properly. So over here on the table, we have shims, and we also have a new battery for it. So hopefully today this will run. But first, before we do anything, I need to put away tools from the 11 teen projects that I have going on. So let me set you guys up, and we'll bust that out real quick, and then we'll put another shim in the starter, and then we'll go ahead and try and start this thing again. Ladies and gentlemen, I put in a 60,000 starter shim, which may be too much, and we may have to take some back out of it, but I'd rather have too much than it grinding and seizing itself on the flywheel, sticking the index on the flywheel like it did before. I've also got a new battery in here, so let's set you guys up and see if this thing finally starts. Alright, so it did the same thing it did last time. I don't know why. I went to turn it over by hand, and it was more difficult than it should be. It was like a high compression small block when this is just a stock guy. So I went ahead and I pulled all of the spark plugs out of it, and I loosened up the starter cunt hair, and I believe we have it in neutral because I just shoved it back and forth. So let's go ahead and give this another try. see if she turns over this time. Oh, I think we have a bad starter. I'm going to tighten it up a little bit to make sure that we're not binding anything. And try it again. Yeah. Definitely not locked up. I think she needs a starter. I will get a hold of the client and we will go ahead and get that starter pulled out of there and take it down and get it tested to make sure that that's what it is. And then we will try this again. But take this, get it in here. Little to no effort, so it's not the engine, which is good. The starter kind of sucks to pull out, but that's okay. Alright, we'll catch back up with you guys in a little bit. Alright, so I removed the starter, and then I set it up exactly how it is in the car, but outside of the car. Up here we have positive and negative, so there's your battery. You got your ground, which would be the block. You got your power, which would be the constant. And then this would be your ignition key. So if I toggle that on, it'll trigger the starter, and we'll be able to see exactly what is going on with this thing. Which is that, right there. Okay, so off. And then we'll go ahead and jiggle this power here to make sure we got good connection there. And we'll make sure that we got good connection here and here and here. And we can try it again, which is exactly what I've been doing in the car. She says no. So we'll turn this to off. And we'll come over here and grab this hammer that I broke earlier. Try it again. No, she's done. That's the end of that. So we're going to take it down and get it tested to verify through them and not just me, and then we'll figure out where to go from there. Alright, y'all. Client brought me a new starter. I installed it with no spark plugs in the motor. I rolled it over, and it stuck, so I put more shims in it, rolled it over again, and it didn't stick. So we should be good to go on the starter. And then I put the spark plugs back in it, and I wired it back up. So we should be good to go for this to start. It should be timed properly, and the gauges inside the car say that it has 30% fuel, which is like a third of a tank. So we should be good to go as soon as this thing gets fuel. Let's hope it lights off finally. timing a little bit. Right without a vacuum leak. See who likes that better. It's still off the timing of this. Something's rattling pretty good. But other than the rattling, she seems to be doing all right. She got something going on. We'll find that too.